The NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series has arrived in the Czech Republic. EuroNASCAR 2 hosting their 7th round of the season here on the Autodrom Most, a circuit that always draws in great spectator numbers on the EuroNASCAR weekend. Lots of opportunities for the fans to meet the drivers who have had a very entertaining season so far. It started off, of course, at Valencia, and immediately we could see that perhaps we knew who would be the class of the field. Vladimiros Tsiotsis showed his pace in the first race of the season, and of course Alberto Nasca, the Italian racer, also showing his worth at the very front of the order in his first EuroNASCAR races. The best was to come for him. In Britain, it was a very compelling pair of races. Alberto Nasca taking the first win of the weekend. Race number 2 went to overtime, and it was young Liam Hasemans who made a statement by taking his first race win in EuroNASCAR 2 on just his second weekend as a racing driver. Vallelunga with the regular suspects towards the front of the order. Once again, Tsiotsis and Nasca towards the front. And Nasca on home turf, a circuit he's very familiar with, further extended his advantage in the championship in round 5. In round 6, he had the unfavoured outside line as they went underway for the race. He would soon be picking his way through the order. That's him diving up the inside of none other than Liam Hasemans. A bit of contact between the two of them. Martin Dubek capitalising on that among others. And Tsiotsis, unfortunately, with some issues, curtailing his race. That left the door open for Nasca to pick his way through the order towards the front of the pack. But he and Dubek getting into each other towards the end of the race. Dramas for Dubek, the defending EuroNASCAR 2 champion, and the social media star, Alberto Nasca. And that left the door open for Liam Hasemans to take a second win and establish himself as a championship contender. It is Nasca with just a 9-point advantage over Hasemans coming into this weekend. Tsiotsis and Dubek with a few dramas a little further back in 3rd and 4th place. And it is Nasca that leads coming into Most. Certainly a less familiar circuit for him than where we were previously at Vallelunga. The drivers readying up for qualifying at this 2.62 mile, 4.21 kilometre Autodrom Most circuit. Very complex, 21 corners packed into 2.6 miles. You can see a bit overcast here for the Saturday's racing, round 7 of the season. Let's get a word with our pole sitter, Martin Dubek.
We finally did it. We did. It was really close now in EuroNASCAR 2, but finally we did it. So I will start from first position now. So I'm really happy, and I hope that I will show a really nice show for our fans and for Czech spectators here.
So there you go, Dubek, the defending EuroNASCAR 2 champion, on the pole position. As we saw, he is away back in the point standings. He'll be looking to take advantage of that starting position and maybe get closer to the sharp end of the championship order before we head to Zolder in October. So then it's Dubek and Tsiotsis on the front row. Nasca and Hasemans, the championship top 4 on the top 2 rows then. You can see the class of the EuroNASCAR 2 2022 field right there at the sharp end. This could be very interesting and entertaining. The first couple of corners, always a bottleneck here at Most as they get underway. Looks as though Tsiotsis is getting a bit of a bump there from Liam Hasemans. Maybe he's been conferring a bit with Loris, who has been, of course, out in America doing the NASCAR Cup Series. Who's got the inside into turn 1? Looks like Nasca there, trying to get up the inside of Dubek. Contact further back. I think that might be Hasemans who has had an issue there. Yes, indeed, Hasemans has dropped out of it there. He got squeezed out onto the grass. Someone else losing body panels there. I think that may have been Nasca, but it is Martin Dubek that leads the way. Dubek in the lead. There's Nasca, there's Tsiotsis, and then you have the 23 car in 4th place. That is Tuomas Pointonen. the Finnish rookie class runner. Here in 4th place, hounding Vladimir Siortsis, the Cypriot driver who has been so strong this season. Of course, he lost a race win at the start of the year at Valencia owing to a technical irregularity. And oh, that was a bit brave, wasn't it, from Pontonen? A bit of a Scandi flick into the corner, didn't save him from the gravel. Rally crossing then across the grass and the gravel here at Most, rejoins the race and does so well down the order. Thought he was going to tag the back of the car he rejoined behind there, but thankfully no harm, no foul. Up at the front of the order, though, it is Dubek, the defending champion, holding off the championship leader, NASCAR. But for how much longer? Because there's NASCAR up the inside, clearly later on the brakes. Very confident, authoritative move there from the Italian racer, NASCAR. NASCAR, who documents all of his racing trials, tribulations, and successes on his YouTube channel. Well worth a look. A little bit of behind the curtain insight into the world of EuroNASCAR. There is the number 50 car. There is Liam Hasemans. He is on the warpath trying to get back up into the sharp end of the top 10. All over the back there of Alia Koluk, and has the inside line into T20. Fairly textbook stuff there from the young Dutchman. The youngest son of Twan Hasemans, the sports car racing legend. Of course, brothers Mike and Loris. So much history in motor racing, but the safety car is out, and it's the 27, the double V entry of Patrick Schauber. They're having some issues. We may run out of light if we're not careful here this evening in this EuroNASCAR 2 7th round of the season. NASCAR going defensive as we go back to green flag racing. Into turn 1 they go. Side-by-side action between Dubek and NASCAR. It's falling in favour of NASCAR once again. Hasemans will be happy for the fact that he now has everyone in front of him in one direct line. The field bunching together may do Hasemans some favours. We know for a fact that he's great at his overtaking. We've seen it in overtime last time, well, not last time out, but at Brands Hatch in June, of course. We saw him pick his way through the field in the 2-lap dash for the checkered flag, and oh, someone's got their bonnet dislodged there. Couldn't quite make out who that was in the light or lack thereof. But we focus on Liam Hasemans under pressure, pressuring Pontonen. Pontonen once again goes rally crossing. That looked very hairy indeed. I'm not sure if he kept that on a straight line, but if he did, Pontonen is nothing short of a hero. Nonetheless, Hasemans has moved up the order. Oh, and a huge tag there for the Team Blakemolen car. That's Michael Blakemolen, the hugely experienced patriarch of the Blakemolen racing family. He got tagged from behind there, and that was a nasty, nasty impact. Understand he's fine. Safety car obviously deployed, but back to racing. As NASCAR and Dubek once again are at blows. Keep an eye on Siortsis there as well in 3rd place. You've got a 3-wide situation as well for 4th place. Liam Hasemans may yet end up on the podium. He's there in the top 6 once again now. Good to see that Pontonen did in fact hold on to it. He's still there in the pack as well. Hugely impressed by that from the Finn. Oh, we've had further dramas. Unfortunately, the 54 car. Well, usually it's Gianmarco Ercoli in the Pro Series who has issues in the 54, but on this occasion, Luli Del Castello has had issues there. And oh, Liam Hasemans as well. Liam Hasemans has an error, another safety car, another green flag start as we go into overtime here in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series. It's been a stop-start affair, this race, and you can see why, because there's room for them to go 3 or 4 wide and then suddenly have this bottleneck of the very tight first chicane. It used to be a much more open corner, but they slowed the speeds down to try and make the circuit safer. And while it has had a positive effect on the safety, it does sometimes make things very tricky when everyone is together. Kind of reminds me of Portland International Raceway in that sense, where the NASCAR Xfinity Series races also a very tricky chicane to be had there. Here we see the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th place. Pontonen still there. Gil Linster, meanwhile, attacking the back of the PK Kartsport entry, Christian Malczarek. everybody through there cleanly. And it looks to me as though Maltrek is on for one of his best results of the season there with a 4th place finish. Very good driving here from Maltrek, who's holding off Gil Lindster. Oh, but Pontonen really dived to the inside line there, and it's getting all a bit too close for comfort. Maltrek over the gravel. Oh, a spin. Maltrek is off. Pretty much everybody is off. Look at Yevgen Sokolovsky. Yevgen Sokolovsky goes tiptoeing through and past everybody. Meanwhile, NASCAR and Dubek are still at blows, and NASCAR still at the front of the order. Martin Dubek looking for a way through any which way he can, but I think he's going to have to settle for second on this occasion. He does. NASCAR, Dubek, Siortsis are top 3. Another win, the Italian.
The car was great. The team did an incredible job because yesterday we were struggling a lot, and today the car was amazing, and yeah, thanks to the team.
There you go, the ever thankful Alberto NASCAR taking the win. What a dramatic race that was. NASCAR also taking the rookie class honours from the 33 car of Paul Jouffreau. And Yevgen Sokolovsky with a strong overall finish. He also takes the Legend Trophy classification there. Alia Kolek, the fastest of the Lady Trophy drivers. Well, round 7 was a barn burner and a busy one if you're a safety car driver. Round 8 tomorrow. Let's see what happens on Sunday at Most.